almost like the captain on the ship of the Titanic. He's going down with the ship. His way, nobody else's way. Myles Garrett just set a franchise record with 5 sacks in a game, and they lost 32-13 because Kevin Stefanski is not what's doing in the best interest of the team. The only way Shedeur Sanders gets an opportunity in Cleveland to be the guy is if Kevin Stefanski gets fired.
RG3 was that. After 5 sacks and a historic performance, Myles Garrett was on the sidelines, smashing and tossing his helmet. A record for the franchise. Only 20 NFL players have ever recorded 5 sacks in a single game, the kind of performance that ought to be valued and honored. However, it didn't, since the Cleveland Browns offense scored 13 points while Myles Garrett was out there smashing records and quarterbacks. His quotation:
"I want to win. I would throw the whole performance away for a win."
Two of Cleveland football's most influential voices abruptly stopped speaking. And the reason for this is that Kevin Stefanski has stated that Dillon Gabriel remains his quarterback following the bye week. Give that some thought. Following a 32-13 loss to the New England Patriots, Kevin Stefanski entered his post-game press conference and uttered the remarks that have Cleveland on the verge of rioting. "After the bye week, my quarterback will be Dillon Gabriel. We won't assess everything. We will examine every option available to us. We won't even be able to observe how the practice goes. No, the starter is still Dillon Gabriel, who just threw 2 interceptions, committed a safety, and appeared to be playing in his first JV game. And you know who's furious at the moment? Myles Garrett, RG3, and all Brown supporters who witnessed their team's complete humiliation on national television. Let's dissect this whole disaster. We must first discuss Myles Garrett before delving into the Stefanski catastrophe. 5 sacks. 5. It's a franchise record. That is among the best individual defensive performances in Browns history. In a single game, only 20 players have ever recorded 5 sacks. What did Myles Garrett do following the game? Enraged, he was on the sidelines, hurling his helmet and slamming it. Not because he had a poor game, not because he didn't get more sacks, and not because his 5 sacks were insignificant. Because 13 points were scored by the offense. 13. Myles Garrett just played the best game of his life. I want
to win. I don't care how much time is on the clock. They got their starters in. There's a chance we can win. I want to be a part of that. I don't care how dire the situation looks. I'm going to try to make something happen. So I hate coming out of those situations. I hate, that kind of inevitability and not being able to do anything about it, because I want to win and I'll do anything.
A performance that will live on in the annals of history. And to win, he would trade everything. That is devastating. That is terrible. And that's what it's like to be a star player for the Cleveland Browns. You are capable of being outstanding. It's possible to be generational. The attack is a total mess, so even if you execute everything perfectly, it won't matter. Fans of the Browns must watch a video that Robert Griffin III recently released on Kevin Stefanski lost it.
Let's go ahead and cut right to the chase. Kevin Stefanski is never going to give Shedeur Sanders an opportunity. He's not. And I think I understand the assignment now. You look at this game, and Kevin Stefanski is almost like the captain on the ship of the Titanic. He's going down with the ship. His way, nobody else's way. Myles Garrett just set a franchise record with 5 sacks in a game, and they lost 32-13 because Kevin Stefanski is not what's doing in the best interest of the team.
Next, RG3 raised an important argument regarding Dillon Gabriel.
Comes out and doesn't hold the starting quarterback accountable for not playing well, regardless of whether he is a young quarterback or not. Doesn't watch the film and immediately comes out in the press conference and says, "I'm going to stick with Dillon Gabriel after the..." That is a massive problem in the locker room.
Brutal. The knockout punch followed.
The only way this Cleveland Browns team gets better this season or into next year is if Kevin Stefanski is not there. The only way Shedeur Sanders gets an opportunity in Cleveland to be the guy is if Kevin Stefanski gets fired.
Let's discuss today's performance by Dillon Gabriel. 152 yards throwing, 2 interceptions, 1 safety, and a lot of bewildered stares. He was 2 yards behind Quentin Judkins when he made the first interception. 2 yards! The receivers are not to blame for that. The play call isn't that. The quarterback's tardiness on the throw is the cause of that. The safety is embarrassing. Gabriel simply dropped the ball in the end zone. Deliberate grounding. Nobody was around. New England gets 2 points. On this play, G. Bush lost it.
End zone nonchalantly on a safety. You're a quarterback. You're the supercomputer. You're supposed to understand that, listen, if there's nobody in the area, at least throw it 40 yards downfield out of bounds. Don't summarily drop it 2 yards and then everybody's looking around like, was there a guy out there? No, you can't do that, bro.
Earl then explained the core issue with Dillon Gabriel being Kevin Stefanski's preferred quarterback.
Kevin Stefanski had the opportunity to pick his quarterback. This is the quarterback that he picked based on the things that he liked most, the little bullet points that everybody lists, the pros and the cons. If this is your guy and you believe that you as a head coach can get the most out of Dillon Gabriel, you should have him at minimum looking like he did his senior year in college.
In the 3rd round, Dillon Gabriel was overdrafted. He is acting as a backup, which is what he was meant to do. Let's discuss that first drive. The Browns performed admirably. Dillon Gabriel hit Harold Fannin wide open for a touchdown after he lined up as a fullback and sneaked out on a flood concept. The distance is 7.7 yards. That is the furthest distance a Browns touchdown has traveled in 3 years. Guess what transpired following that initial drive? Nothing. The offense was completely silent on the radio. The Patriots made adjustments. They reclined. Dillon Gabriel was challenged to beat them deep, but he was unable to do so because he is not a deep thrower. Forget about it. Nevertheless, Kevin Stefanski has made it abundantly evident that Dillon Gabriel is his man, regardless of the circumstances or the severity of the situation. And that's the issue. Although Kevin Stefanski acknowledged that the offense isn't strong enough, he won't alter it. It didn't matter that Myles Garrett gave a remarkable performance. Fans of the Browns are now left wondering when this will end. The solution is straightforward. This team will continue to waste generational potential like Myles Garrett as long as Kevin Stefanski is the head coach. Thus, it ends when he leaves. They'll keep using quarterbacks of the backup caliber and call it continuity. They will remain the NFL's laughingstock. Cleveland, the off-ramp is accessible. Now is the moment to accept it. Put your ideas and remarks in the space provided here.